An inquest in Wiltshire has been hearing how 3 soldiers from 2 Para suffered horrific fatal injuries in Afghanistan after they cautiously moved to search a suspicious local man who detonated a suicide bomb.
Private Nathan Cuthbertson, aged 19 from Sunderland, Private Daniel Gamble, aged 22 from Sussex, and Private Charles Murray, who was 19, died on June the 8th last year. This report contains some graphic details.
British toll on Op Herrick over 100. On a flaming June morning, 4 platoon of B Company was on a routine foot patrol designed to put enemy forces under pressure. After 4 hours on the ground, they were returning to Fob Inkerman, with 1 section in the lead. As they moved through an alleyway to secure a T-junction, a local man appeared, and as the point man called out to search him, a large explosion rang out, and grey dust shot up into the air. Trowbridge Coroner's Court heard from B Company's OC, Major Russell Lewis. He said that while the patrol was aware it was being dicked by local people using smoke signals to convey the Para's positions to possible enemy forces, the soldiers kept a watch on the locals, who appeared to be going about their normal business. Major Lewis said the patrol had gone positively. People were chatty and pleased to see the troops. He described the drill of asking locals who approached to stop at a distance, lift their loose clothing and have their bags checked. Major Lewis said his men had carried out this procedure perfectly all morning without event. The section commander, Corporal David Bailey, told the inquest Privates Murray and Gamble, a Pashto speaker, were on the other side of a drainage ditch. He heard David Murray say, "I'm just going to check this bloke," and in the time it took Corporal Bailey to turn his head to look, the blast happened. Corporal Bailey had been blown into the ditch. He saw dust all around and wiped his face to find blood, which wasn't his own. Over his radio he called contact, explosion. Then he heard a shout for morphine, saw his injured colleagues and limbs which weren't any of his men's. Over the radio he passed another message: contact, suicide bomber. In the aftermath, shots were fired and an Afghan carrying an RPG vanished. It was deemed too risky for a helicopter to land at the scene, so a Pinsgar vehicle took Nathan Cuthbertson, Daniel Gamble and David Murray to Fob Inkerman, a kilometre away, where the medics could set down. Despite best efforts, all 3 Paras died from their injuries. 3 mothers sat side by side, crying quietly as details were delivered with careful sensitivity. The pathologist made himself available to answer family questions, and Coroner David Masters commended all 3 brave men, saying he didn't know how troops can cope with the twin purposes of winning hearts and minds, engaging with people, yet remaining safe from the suicide bomb threat. Julie Knox, BFBS reports, Trowbridge.